Good evening. Tonight's tale is the Hollow Guestbook. Hollow Inn stood silhouetted against the perpetually twilight sky, a skeletal reminder of forgotten laughter and shattered dreams. Within its crumbling walls, Gothic arrived, drawn by whispers of restless souls. Tonight she would open the Hollow Guestbook and speak the names that longed to be heard. Dust motes danced in the single ray of moonlight that pierced the gloom of the inn's ruined foyer. Before her, on a rickety table, lay the Guestbook, bound in cracked leather and radiating a faint, ghostly shimmer. Gothic reached out, her fingers tracing the faded inscription upon its cover. As her fingers brushed the leather, a chill swept through the room, and the Guestbook shuddered open. Names, written in shimmering ink, filled its pages, whispers of lives lived, loves lost, and unfinished stories. Benjamin, a translucent young man, no older than 22, with mournful eyes and a perpetually windswept appearance. He wears tattered remnants of what was once a fine suit, now faded and frayed, suggesting a life cut short in tragic circumstances. Benjamin hovered nearby, his spectral form flickering in the dim light, watching Gothic with a mixture of hope and apprehension. Gothic began to read aloud, her voice echoing in the silent inn. Each name she spoke released a flicker of light, a brief moment of peace for the trapped soul. Benjamin watched her, his eyes widening with a glimmer of hope as she continued to read. "Eleanor," Gothic whispered, and a wisp of silver light ascended from the Guestbook, disappearing into the shadows above. Benjamin flinched slightly, his spectral form becoming slightly more defined as each soul found its release. But Benjamin's name was not among them. Night after night he had signed the Guestbook, longing for Gothic to speak his name and release him from his earthly tether. But she never saw it. One evening, as Gothic prepared to leave, Benjamin finally spoke, his voice a mere whisper. "Read my name," he pleaded, his form shimmering with desperation. Gothic, startled, turned towards the spectral figure. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Benjamin stepped forward, his eyes filled with a desperate hope. "I am Benjamin," he said, "and I have been waiting for you." Gothic returned to the Guestbook, her fingers trembling as she searched for his name. There, etched in shimmering ink, was Benjamin, almost invisible amongst the other names. She had missed it, night after night. With a deep breath, Gothic spoke his name. "Benjamin." A brilliant light erupted from the Guestbook, enveloping Benjamin in its warmth. His spectral form began to solidify, his features becoming clearer, his eyes filled with peace. As the light faded, Benjamin smiled, a genuine smile that reached his eyes for the first time in decades. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice now strong and clear. "You have set me free." We do hope you enjoyed tonight's tale. Please like, subscribe, and comment.